Well, good morning. It is April 8th. Sorry, I had to check my notes. And we are gathered for our morning devotion, Psalm 126, A Harvest of Joy. 6 verses, really short again. When the Lord restored the fortunes of Zion, we were like those who dream. Their mouths were filled with laughter and their tongues with shouts of joy. Then it was said among the nations, the Lord has done great things for them. The Lord has done great things for us, and we rejoiced. Restore our fortunes, O Lord, like the watercourse of the Negeb. May those who sow in tares reap with shouts of joy. Those who go out weeping, bearing the seed of sorrow, shall come home with shouts of joy, carrying their sheaves. I don't really know what to say about this other than, when we look to what God has done in our lives, when we honestly look at how the Lord has helped us, when we honestly look through how God seemed to get us through certain situations. And I'll tell you one, and this isn't a bad thing by any stretch of the imagination, but, as I was finishing my bachelor's degree and I was looking forward to seminary, that really terrified me. I personally had pictured myself even with a bachelor's degree, and going on to graduate school for a master's degree really terrified me. And I had a mentor at my university who told me a couple things. He said, you got to think of it as a hamburger. How do you eat a hamburger? You eat it one bite at a time. And so that was his advice. You just take this one step at a time. But he also said, this is where you will be tested. This is where your faith in God will be tested, because everybody that goes through seminary has a hard time because, believe it or not, it is a relatively challenging degree. Everybody is tested. And he said there's going to be times when it's 11 o'clock on a Wednesday night and your paper is due in an hour and you're not ready. You don't feel that it's ready. You just need to trust in God. And then you will see the joy that will happen when you put that faith in God. And honestly, I think that's the best part of my seminary experience, was putting my trust in God to get through. Now, was I a super scholar? Did I graduate at the top of my class? No. But I personally know I could not have done that without trusting in God. Putting my faith in the work that I was doing. That God would bless it. That God would see my faith in Him. And for that I rejoice. That brings me great joy even to this day. And I know we all have those situations in our lives where things are tough. But if we put our trust in God, God will get us through, and in those moments we trust and we shout with joy for all that God has done. Go forth this day in the peace of Christ.